August. Let's go to this 200. Let's go to this 200 where he had another PR fall, and it was from Fred Kerley, 19.76. Gordon drops his 200-meter time, which means you can update that points chart all-time combo sprinter 1, 2, and 4 because he gets his mark down to 19.76. What do you think about Fred's finale?
Another solid one. Plus 2.0 win, just barely legal, right? You got the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
maybe the
Magic
home
number.
track one to make sure, like, hey, it's 2.1. Let's round it down so we can get a legal mark here for these boys on the track. No, I don't. There's nothing fishing going on there. But what I'm saying is, 1976, great mark. It's now become expected that he's going to be in that 19.8 to 19.7 range moving forward. He's
Mm-hmm.
figured out how to run the turn in the 200. That was like his kind of kryptonite in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of the season, just how to get his big body around that curve. He's figured it out. So he's able to match his raw talent with his speed to now the execution in the two. And that results in him being able to be a consistent 19.8, 19.7 guy. And you got to think like Kerley now isn't going to wait. Kerley was a long shot to make the 200-meter team last year, but I think now Kerley has become more of a favorite to make the 200 team
Mm-hmm.
this year. So, I mean, this year as in 2022.
Yeah.
He just needed a full season of learning the two to figure it out. So now he'll be more prepared at the U.S. champs to kind of be a consistent 1-2 guy. Um, but he does still say he wants to run the 400. I'm just not sure when that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
He tweeted out, he wants to run 42 seconds, but he's only running
Yeah.
twos and ones. So you look at this tweet, just his season's best 984,
Mm-hmm.
1976, and 44.6. His season's best. Even though, so look at his, he updated his profile picture. Show his profile picture, Travis. Let's show this. Look at this.
Oh,
This
that's
is it.
cool.
Yeah, this is him in Kenya. They were
Nice.
like, I don't know what that was for, but they were like maybe doing some ceremony, giving him some Kenyan garb. He's holding like a stick and he has like a outfit on. He looks badass in that. I
So
like the look.
you look at this time, right? And then you look at all the variables because track people are going to pick it apart and they're going to look at the altitude. You're going to look at the plus 2.0. But I also look at the fact that Curley made himself available for this PB. He didn't need to be racing still 6 weeks after the Olympics. He didn't need to fly to a different continent to run this time. So I think he was rewarded for his persistence here and his willingness to just compete and compete and compete in 2021. Plus 2.0 with the wind, you don't have any control of the weather, but you're more likely to get favorable conditions if you race a bunch, which is what he did. I looked it up.
Yeah.
He's raced finals this year between 1, 2, and 4, Gordon, 22 times. So 22 finals. So that doesn't even include all the semis that he's run. He's raced in 11 different countries. I don't know if he's going to have his own show on the Travel Channel after this is all done, but he's just been everywhere, and especially post Olympics. Like, look at where he's gone post Olympics. I mean, that he's hitting the Diamond Leagues, he's hitting the Continental Tours. This was a thorough season, like a very complete and deep season for Fred Kerley in terms of PBs, in terms of willingness to compete with everybody out there and to push those PBs down. So, I mean, I think it's only appropriate that he was rewarded for his consistency with this PB, with this 1976. It made sense, right? Because you and I were looking, okay, he runs 100 in this, he runs a 400 in this. His 200 is going to eventually click. And then we were talking to, I remember during the trials, we were talking to Serenity Douglas about just the challenge that the 200 presents to both 400-meter runners and 100-meter runners. It's a different beast entirely. And he was able to figure it out and run more consistently in the two. And then he was able to start dropping those times, right? So the 1976, along with the 984 and the 4364, makes him very formidable.